Hi guys, and welcome back again. Thanks for checking in again with me, and thanks for watching all my other videos. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to be more confident more easily. Now this came about because a lot of you guys have signed up to my newsletter, which is fantastic, so thanks for that. Big thumbs up. And I did a little survey which I send out from time to time just to see what's affecting you, what you like, what you don't like, and actually what sort of material you want to see me talk about. So today was that one. So it's how to be confident more easily. So that's what I'm doing. So they're all anonymous, so I don't know who's doing it because obviously the surveys are like that. So whoever's asked for that, this is for you, okay? So I hope you get a massive load of things from this, a massive load of information that will really help you. And also, I hope you've got information and good aspects from the other videos I've done. So just feel free to go back to those. However, let's get on with today. I know you're saying get on with it, Joe, let's have a look. Unconfidence really comes from what you believe yourself to be about. So I call it your identity. Or, in other words, it could be your story. Now I talked about this in my other video, which was about how to make more money. It's really the same sort of thing, but it relates to confidence. And confidence is really something that you tell yourself. So whatever the story is, it might be that I feel confident about speaking in front of people, I feel confident about going out and seeing people. When you're asked to do something you're not confident about, what are you thinking about yourself at that moment? Oh, I can't do it, or it won't be done. That's exactly what's happening. So when you have your story say I'm unconfident in the situation, you're actually living that story in terms of making a choice according to that story. So the massive important thing here is that you have something called the power of choice. You can actually choose not to be confident. Think about it again. When you were actually thinking about your unconfidence, think about that you didn't really consciously think about, well actually I'm going to decide to be unconfident. You didn't have that thought. What you are doing is you're having thoughts about being unconfident in terms of a situation. So you're not being conscious about being aware of where you are on confidence. This is really about you bringing out a story about you that's going to be confident. So what I want you to do is to write out what at the moment is making you unconfident, what makes you feel unconfident generally. It can be anything you want. We're all very different. It happens to all of us. And life's like that. So just do that. So write it down so you actually visually see, like I always do this on my videos, don't I? That you actually visually see what the issue is, because then you can actually really analyse it and really think about how you can start to change it. So when you've written that down, we go back to that thing about the power of choice. The reason you're being unconfident is because you keep telling yourself that story. The story that you've written down, you'll keep telling yourself it. It will keep coming back, and the more you tell yourself, you'll believe it. Even if you didn't believe it at first, you will believe it. Your brain, your subconscious will actually start to do what you tell it. So if you say, I'm not going to be confident in this situation, guess what? You're not going to be confident in that situation. So the trick is to change that story so then you can start to make choices from a different, more empowering place. So through that power of choice that we talked about, you're going to decide, or imagine that you're watching this video because you want to now be more confident. So, and I totally believe you can do this, 100%. If you carry this out, guarantee that it will actually make a massive improvement, but you've got to make sure that you do it. Again, I've said in my other videos, you can know what to do, but you've actually got to do these things. You've actually got to physically sit down and actually do these things for it to start to work, okay? So the next step in this is to create your new story, okay? So your new story is going to be, well, I'm feeling much more confident in that situation. Even if you don't believe it at the moment, make that story so empowering, so exciting, that you will be much more empowered when you read it. So it should be something that's going to really, really get inside yourself, really come from inside and say, well actually, right, I'm going to actually smash this. I'm not going to let this situation beat me because actually I want to achieve something else because of it. It might be because you don't want to go to this social event because actually you feel unconfident about speaking to people, but actually what's the reason you're going to the social event? Is it to meet new people? Is it to get more job contacts? Is it to get in a relationship? Whatever it is, there must be an outcome according to what you're going to do, why it's come up. So you can get to the positive way of what you're doing that for and use that as your influence and your motivation to actually go out and do it, okay? And if that's too much of a stretch, again, just maybe go for half an hour and see how you go. But again, go with your new story, okay? So a question to ask yourself if you're struggling with the story is, how could I start to be more confident? So ask yourself that question and just think about it. Brainstorm some ideas. It might be that you just you need to go outside and talk to some friends or phone someone up, whatever it is, just do it so it gets you that feeling of confidence, and that will start to feed into your own story. You're starting to live the story that you're doing. Now, going back to that story, you've written it out, which is great. Now, I've got to think about, actually, some of you might not think, well, actually, writing's not my strong point, so why not just draw a picture of what you think confidence looks like for you? It might be, an exciting picture of you presenting at a conference. It might be that you're in a relationship. It might be that you've got this amazing job. Whatever it is, make something exciting. So you've got it there. And what I suggest you do also is put it somewhere so when you wake up each morning, you go and look at it. So it reminds you to do that in practice. That's the most important thing. Repetitive action will start to challenge your subconscious, and your subconscious will start to feed into your consciousness in terms of giving you that energy to be more confident. Okay, so go with that and make sure you carry that out. So we've got your old story. So actually, if you're writing out your old story, it's great. It's a really good thing. What I tend to do, and what I think really works with a lot of people I coach, is you need to be able to destroy your unconfidence now. So we're going to do something. Okay. Now what I've done is I've written unconfidence out. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this. See if you see this. But I don't know if you can see it. But I'm going to hold it up. Confident. I think you just about get that shot. Okay. Okay, so you just about see it. Anyway, so what we've got to do with this is got to do something else. So when you start destroying your own confidence, it might be like this. Go, bang, get that out of there. It's gone. It might be you want to screw it up. Just chuck it out of there, man. Just get rid of it. Just whatever it takes, just get rid of it. Bang, another one. Get rid of it. Bam. Oh, missed it. Get another one. Bam, it's gone. Okay? So just do whatever it takes. Visualise some way of you defeating your own confident nature, in which case that'll give you the energy, and really put something into it, because your body will actually make you aware. So do the body language, shoulders back. When you do it, say it, really mean it, so you're going to really smash that unconfidence, okay? So that's a really good way to do it and get it out of your system. It might be that some of you might want to punch a punch bag, whatever, and put unconfidence in and punching it to death. Whatever it is, whatever works for you, whatever comes into your mind, that's what you do to do. And again, you're watching this video, so it's really important that you build it, okay? And this will really, really work if you keep repeating it, okay? So now we've destroyed your own confidence in terms of what we've done as a metaphor or whatever you want to call it, and now we can live your new story. So now, come to one of the last things. It's called failure, okay? Now, a lot of us don't do things because we're afraid to fail, or we think something might happen. If you go to that party or that soiree, you think you might get rejected or whatever it is. Let's think about that for a moment. What does failure mean to you? Now, this could be a big thing, because a lot of things, you don't want to do because you might fail or whatever. So one of my things that I picked up when I've studied coaching and actually coaching people is that show me a person who hasn't failed, and I'll show you someone who hasn't done anything. Okay, it's one of my good sayings. I really like that one, because if you don't try and do anything, then you're not going to do anything. So you've got to go and try and do it, even if you fail. So let's look at failure. So what's it mean to you? So failure, you can change the meaning. Instead of failure, oh, I've done it, oh, I'm terrible. One of the other things could be like you could be hearing this voice in your head going, you have failed, you are terrible, you are not doing it right. So what I'm saying by that is saying, well, I tell you something, I'm going to do this right, okay? So it's all about making sure that you keep that negative voice under control. And of course you can do it. And the thing is with it. So let's think about what it means. Any baby's born, when they're born, they start to crawl, they start to stand up. But let's think about it a minute. Do they get out and start walking straight away? No, they don't. They first crawl, and sometimes they can't actually, when they first go, they can't even crawl, so they have to push up. But how many times did that baby actually fail to actually get up and crawl, or actually get up and stand and walk? How many times actually go up and do it? So every time they fall down, they're learning something. So actually, failure is not failure at all. Failure is actually part of feedback and how we can start to continue to improve ourselves. So by failing at things, we actually can learn from that failure and actually become better. And that's what that's all about. So how do we get better at things? I mean, you would have played sport, you may have played sport and you weren't very good at the start, but then you start to improve. If it doesn't work, life's like that. Life doesn't always work out, but actually what can you learn from it? What positive nature can you come out of it, so you can actually start to use that to your advantage? So actually use failure as an advantage. Use it as a learning tool for yourself and go, well, actually, I'm going to write out what actually went wrong with that and actually going to improve it. So that's how you can build it, and that's how you go back to improving your confidence, because now you won't fail, because what as you say, you use your failure as a learning curve, as something you can learn from. So I hope that's really helped. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. Okay, first of all, you've got to write out your unconfident story. So second is, write out your confident story. What is your new story? And remember the power of choice. Thirdly, destroy your unconfidence. Get that picture, whatever it is, rip it up, whatever you have to take, bang, get rid of it. 4, reinforce your confidence, your newfound confidence. So make sure you have that story by the side of your bed every day. You're practicing it. Reinforce story. Do something you love to do that you know you're good at. So start to build that confidence, and you can start to stretch yourself and go into those places where you're not so confident. Maybe slowly at first, but gradually you take a little bit more risk in going into that area. So actually, I'm going to do this, and then when you come out of it, feed yourself back. If you've done really well, or then give yourself a pat on the back. If it's not got so well, still give yourself a pat on the back, because actually you went out and did it. You actually did it. You're doing this. No one else. I'm not doing it. You're doing it, and you're watching this video because you actually want to do it. So, and I know you can absolutely do it. You can absolutely smash it. Okay. 5. Remember the meaning of failure. Remember, we never fail. We just learn from what we do. If it doesn't work out, we can just do something else. Okay. We can just try a different alternative. Try a different way of approaching it. Okay. And one other thing I just want to add to this is I want you to be kind to yourself, okay? So too many times, we get that pointy finger, you are bad, whatever it is. But actually it's not. You're actually a good person. You're a good person and you deserve to be treated well. So, if you were talking to your best friend, you wouldn't say to them, oh, you're rubbish or whatever. Think about that. You might be thinking those thoughts. Okay, if you're doing that, just give yourself a chance. Just be kind to yourself. If it doesn't work out, say, okay, you tried, it's good, just try again. So be kind to yourself. Make sure you watch your language in terms of how you describe yourself as well. Make sure you say, yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going to try and do these things. I want to go for it. Don't if you sort of catch yourself, I can't do this anymore, whatever. If you catch yourself doing that, just try and change your language a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. For some of you, it'll happen like that. You'll click, you'll get it, boom. For a lot of us, it's going to be, it's going to be a slow process. But if you work at it, I guarantee it's going to give you results, okay? And that's what I want for you guys. I really want you guys to succeed. So, thanks for watching, and I hope this really helped. So don't forget to really like this video, as usual, which is fantastic. And also, don't forget to subscribe. It's really important to subscribe. And if you're watching this on my website, can you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe? Hit that button, because that will actually tell you that I've released another video. In which case we'll begin to work together and give you some more stuff that you can use. So feel free to comment on the videos below, and I'll definitely get back to you, as I said before. And again, don't forget to catch up with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, more than all those. I think with Twitter's my JN Coaching Tech. It's at JN Coaching Tech, the same with Instagram. Twitter is at JN Coaching Tech, and Facebook is JN Coaching Technologies. So all I'd say to you is continue to be brilliant. I know you can do it. And don't forget, I'm always here if you don't. You can always go back to the video and just come back, okay? But get out there, go for it, and go boom!